Good morning, everyone. Ethan Stieber here with Stieber Weather Forecasting. This is going to be a video update for the severe weather potential both for today, this is Tuesday, April 4th, and tomorrow, April 5th. So first I want to start out by showing you the temperature forecast for today. If you like warm temperatures and forgot what summer feels like, today's going to be the day for you. Forecast highs are going to be in the mid 80s across the area. I'll show that to you right now. This forecast graphic starts at, this is 5 a.m. Tuesday morning. You can see right now in the area we all have low temperatures in the upper 50s to lower 60s. Let's go throughout the day today. It's going to get downright nice out there. We'll stop this at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and you can see all across the area highs are in the low to mid 80s. So if you like warm temperatures today and the first part of the day tomorrow will definitely be the days for you. So as we get into severe weather, I'll go over a little bit what's changed and what I think we have to look, what's in store for us as we go throughout the day today and tomorrow. So this is the day one severe weather outlook by the Storm Prediction Center. You can see all of our area is in a slight risk. I really don't think today is going to be a big severe weather day for us. Most likely, any severe weather we would see will be in the area very late through the overnight hours tonight, and I think any storms that could fire up will primarily be a damaging wind threat. Most of these other threat indicators, as you see down here, are for the moderate risk back up around the Quad Cities area throughout the day today. That's where a much higher chance of severe weather is for today. Now, as we go into tomorrow morning and the beginning half of tomorrow afternoon, you can see all of our area is in an enhanced risk for severe weather. So tomorrow will be the main day we have to keep our eye on. Storms are still going to be moving in pretty quickly, around 40 to 45 mile an hour, as you can see on the graphic. So flooding remains a very low concern, but we do have that risk both for some damaging winds, potential for some tornadoes, and some significant hail out of this. So let's break down the probabilities for each day. You can see today we're in the lowest end of the category. We're in the 2 to 4% range for our area. Tomorrow we will need to watch out a little bit for any potential spin-ups that could occur. We are in the 10% hatched area. And if you remember back on Friday, we were also in we were in a much higher percentage. I think we were in the 30% hatched area for tornadoes. Hatched means chance of significant tornadoes, EF2 or greater. And unfortunately, we did see one of those in the Robinson and Crawford County area. So this will be something we'll keep our eye on. I'll keep you posted as we go throughout the day today and throughout the day tomorrow. Large hail probabilities, you can see let me back up just a minute for the tornado probabilities. This is going to be primarily situated along and north of I-70, so our northern counties will be in that enhanced tornado threat. For large hail, you can see today we're in the 15% slight band with all of the significant hail chances back off to our west. Tomorrow we get upgraded to the 30% band, again along and north of I-70 with that hatched risk as well. Hatched risk for hail just means the possibility of significant hail of 2 inches or greater in diameter. Wind probabilities, as you see, this is probably going to be one of our bigger threats tomorrow. Right now for today, for Tuesday, you can see we're all in slight risk again. Tomorrow, the wind threat stays primarily from our counties south of I-70. So those counties are in a 30% risk or an enhanced risk of some severe wind. and all of our northern counties are in a slight risk. You notice no hatched area for the severe wind outlook for tomorrow. That threat will stay farther off to our east. So let's time this out for you a little bit on future radar. This is picking up at 10 a.m. this morning. So you can see, I think most of the day today is going to be in really good shape. We could see some pop-up showers and thunderstorms towards the evening hours, especially as daytime heating is starting to cool off. That'll be something we have to watch out for if the storms can get fired up and get going, that they could have the potential to tap in some of that energy that will exist today just from the daytime heating and tap into that instability. So that'll be something to watch. Let's go into the future here. And what we can see through most of the day, like I said, most of the day we're doing pretty good. This is stopping at 3 p.m. this afternoon. You see there could be some thunderstorm development in north central Illinois, but that looks to stay just out of our neck of the woods. If we keep going further along, you can see there's the front as it starts to develop. This is 7 p.m. tonight. The front is just starting to get its act together back in eastern Kansas and western Iowa. If we go through the overnight hours, it's stopping at midnight tonight. You see that front is really starting to develop, and you see all those showers and thunderstorms associated with that. These could be some light showers, maybe an embedded thunderstorm in our area overnight. But the big threat will be once we get into the daylight hours tomorrow. That's stopping at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning, rather. You see that front is starting to push into western Illinois. And, front's pushing into western Illinois. You see, if we go a little bit further on, this is stopping at 10 a.m. Wednesday morning, tomorrow morning. The front is now situated here, say from about Peoria down to St. Louis, and it will be marching in. You can also see, we'll have to watch for some of these thunderstorms to develop ahead of the front, and that'll be one of our primary tornado and hail probabilities or potentials. Will come from those isolated showers or isolated thunderstorms and supercells that form out ahead of the front. Not to say they can't happen with the cold front, but most likely they would be in the isolated supercells ahead of the front. So let's keep going. You see the front gets through the area. This is now at 1 p.m. on Wednesday. The front is, say, from about Champaign down to about Taylorville and back south towards about Carbondale. It's really starting to get fired back up again from the heat of the day. If we go even further along, this is 3 p.m. on Wednesday. The front's situated right over our area. And if we go even further into the future, this is 7 p.m. Wednesday evening. And you can see the front is pretty well out of the area with just some lingering thunderstorms left. So we talked about instability in my last video. Let's look at the instability for today, and I could show you kind of what these storms will have to work with. So if we go into the afternoon hours today, stopping at 3 p.m. this afternoon, you can see we're going to have a decent amount of instability in the area. If you read that top number, it's just over 3,000 joules per kilogram of energy. So if any storms were to be able to fire up today, I think they would have plenty of energy to tap into. Today, what we're going to be looking at, though, is what we call a cap. And you may have heard some other meteorologists talk about this. What a cap is in the atmosphere, it's basically like a lid separating the warm air from the colder air. And in order for storms to really develop and really develop into those significant tornado or significant severe weather producers, they need to break that cap and get into the colder air. Today, we're going to have a pretty decent cap in place. So storms are not going to be able to break that cap and tap into the colder air near as easily. So that's why you see, even though the instability levels are pretty high for our area, we really probably won't have too much thunderstorm development because those storms won't be able to break through that cap. Keep going further along into the future, you can see instability goes down tonight as we lose daytime heating, and tomorrow during the day when the front comes through, you can see this is the front right here in west central Illinois down to about Springfield. Instability associated with the front is much less. You remember today's instability was around 3,000 joules. This instability with the front will only be in probably the 1800 to 2,000 range. So much less instability with the front moving through tomorrow, but there is still plenty of instability for us to have some severe weather potential tomorrow. You see, as the front moves through, it kind of weakens a little bit to where we only have around 1,100 to 1,200 joules of energy to work with. So the front will be weakening a little bit as it goes through. That's why you see, especially in our southern counties, the lower chance of severe hail and severe and significant tornadoes, but more of a wind risk as the storms will kind of be blowing themselves out by the time they get into our southern counties. The last thing I wanted to show is it will be windy tomorrow as we go throughout the day. This is a forecast map for tomorrow at 5 a.m. You can see winds are going to be pretty gusty tomorrow. This is forecast wind gusts, and it is very possible that we could have wind gusts in the 40 to 50 mile an hour range. I think sustained winds are going to be in the 20 to 30 mile an hour range. So make sure to tie anything down. We don't want anything blowing away. But this will also be a driving factor in some of the storms that we have tomorrow. So just to recap, I think our significant chance of severe weather will be tomorrow, say from probably about 3 a.m., midnight tonight to about 3, 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. I think it's going to be our best chance for severe weather. Right now, all of our area is in an enhanced risk for the day tomorrow. So have multiple ways to receive warnings when those are issued tomorrow. Reminder, today we're only in a slight risk. I think most of the day is going to be good. Watch for any pop-up showers or thunderstorms that could develop. Those have the potential for being severe, but I think this slight risk really carries over more into the late night and overnight hours tonight. So, moral of the story, chance of severe weather, I think our best chance is going to be tomorrow on Wednesday. Have multiple ways to receive warnings. Don't rely on just social media. Have weather apps on your phone, TV and radio. Listen to local TV and radio for weather alerts, as well as NOAA weather alert radios also provide a great resource for severe thunderstorm or severe weather warnings and watches. So I'll try to have another video out tonight with more updated information and any changes from the Storm Prediction Center as per the outlooks.